Good evening, class 11. I'll continue with the next part of the chapter. I stopped at periods last class. So today I'll be starting with the groups. These are all part of your modern periodic table. Okay, groups. Groups are the vertical columns that we already know since class 10. Now how many groups are there? 18 groups are there. Okay, and what do the groups represent? Basically represents the valence electrons. Groups represents valence electrons. Represents valence electrons. Okay. Now we'll speak about the groups that we have. Group number 1, 2, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Right? Now these are all the modern notations. Okay, these are all the modern recommendations. Like initially we used to write group 17 by this symbol. Sorry, 7A. 16 as Roman 6A. 15 as Roman 5A. So Roman numerals were used in the old recommendation, but in the modern recommendation it is modified to the numerals. Okay, so this is the modern notation of a group. So group 1, 2, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, they are known as representative elements. They are known as representative elements. Group 18 is known as noble or inert gases. Noble or inert gases. Then group number 3 to 12. 3 to 12 group number represents transition elements. Transition elements. Last group 3, period 6, we have lanthanides, and group 3, period 7, we have actinides. These two are known as inert transition elements. Inert transition elements. So we have representative elements, we have inert gases, we have transition elements, and we have inert transition elements. So these are basically the general classification. Okay. Now if we classify the elements on the basis of their electronic configurations, then what do we observe? Classification of elements on the basis of electronic configuration. Now, under this we have 4 categories. So first we'll speak about the S block elements. S block elements. Number 1, the first one is your S block elements. Now what is a S block element? How can we understand that a particular element is S block element? When the last electron enters S subshell of a valence shell. S block elements are those elements where the last electron enters S subshell of a valence shell. Right? Now, what are the general properties of S block elements? General properties. The general properties of S block elements. Now basically S block elements includes group 1 and group 2. Includes group 1 and 2. Okay, that is group 1 is your alkali metal group and group 2 is your alkaline earth metal groups. So let's look into the properties. Number 1, their electronic configuration is NS1 to 2. This is the general configuration, and NS1 to 2, this is a valence shell. This NS is the valence shell configuration. Okay, now for group 1 the configuration is NS1, and for group 2 the configuration is NS2. You need to know that this basically represents the valence shell. We might have the inner shell as well, but this is the valence shell representation. The valence shell configuration should be this. Like for example, if I tell the configuration of sodium configuration is what? It is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So these are all the inner orbitals or the inner subshells. This is my valence shell. Okay, so this represents the valence shell. Okay, the next property is they are soft metals. They are soft metals with low melting. They are soft metals with low melting points. Okay. Third property, they possess low ionization potential. They possess low ionization potential. Fourth, they are highly reactive and readily lose electrons to form cations. Highly reactive, readily lose electrons to form cations. Hence, are strong reducing agents. Okay. Next one, the last property. They produce characteristic colors. To their flames. For example, sodium flame color is golden yellow. Potassium violet, etc. Okay, so this is your features of S block elements. Fine. Now we come to P block elements. Now what are P block elements? The last electron enters P subshell subshell of a valence shell. P subshell of a valence shell. Then those elements are your P block elements. Now it includes which groups? It includes groups 13 to 18. Group 13 means which one? The boron family. Group 14, we have carbon family. Group 15, nitrogen family. 16, the oxygen one, which are generally known as your chalcogens. Group 17, halogens, and 18s are the noble gases. So this entire 13 to 18, they are termed as the P block elements. In S block element, we have only two groups, that is group 1 and 2. Now the general features. General properties are subpart 1. Electronic configuration, that is the general configuration. Electronic configuration is NS2 NP 1 to 6. This is again the valence shell configuration, right? NS2 NP 1 to 6. Second, they include both metals. They include both metals and non-metals. Okay. So this will be a combination of metals and non-metals. So here two features will be coming, that is both metallic and non-metallic character will be acting. So on moving across period, metallic character decreases and non-metallic character increases. On moving across, the metallic character decreases and the non-metallic character increases. Okay, the next one, some of the elements exhibits variable valency. Some of the elements exhibits variable valency. Which are they? And which are the elements? Example is sulfur, phosphorus, chlorine. Then we have lead, we have tin, etc. So many examples here. Right? So these are the elements of group of P block which shows variable valency. Right? Then their ionization potential is much higher than S block elements. Okay. Next, the oxidizing property increases and reducing property decreases on moving across a period. Okay, the oxidizing property increases and reducing property decreases on moving across a period. Last property under this, they usually form they usually form covalent compounds. Usually form covalent compounds. These are the properties of p block elements. Now do one thing. I think in s block elements I missed one property. For s block element I did not mention about their type of compounds that they form. Just add in s block elements, add one of the property of s block elements that I missed. Okay, they usually form ionic compounds except lithium and beryllium. This part just add in the s block elements. Okay, that's it. So thank you class.